one. We, give me a minute, got some interesting facts for you. I'm going to turn this around so you can see my view of the train. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to exit up. I'm going to go up these stairs and I'm going to share with you some really cool, interesting facts. The Essex Steam Train and Riverboat in Essex, Connecticut offers a unique experience combining vintage steam train ride with a riverboat in a historic railroad operated on the tracks originally built in 1871. It's one of the few places where you can experience a steam train and riverboat itself. It is carefully crafted piece of machine with a locomotive number 40 being one of the less than 200 operated steam motives in the U.S. Here are some interesting facts. The train features vintage coaches and offer a step back in time with no air conditioning throughout the steam heat and natural breeze. River connection. The train ride often connects to the riverboat, and which will be going live a second time to share this. Let me know where you're from and would love to hear that. You can also hire this train for exclusive sunset cruises and have your own private experience like weddings, and it's been featured on many TV shows. Look at how this is so crafted, really cool. Also, it's community focused, historical significance. The train operates on the tracks leased by the state, where originally part of the Connecticut Valley Railroad in 1868. Steam engine details. The locomotive was built in 1920, originally intended for lodging, but was later acquired by the River Valley Railroad. It burns coal and requires a fireman to maintain the firebox, and we're going to take our seats and water levels. Operating sessions are going to hang off here so you can see how cool is this experience. All right, now we're going aboard. All right, operating session. The train and riverboat excursion typically operates from May to October with dinner train runnings as well. Say hello, Cindy. And I'll give you some other interesting facts as we're traveling down to Deep River, Connecticut to board the train. They have restrooms, but they have no air conditioning. And we were asked to not mess with the windows. Look at how cool this is. What an experience. It's easy to park. It's right off Route 9, which is the second exit off I-95 in Connecticut, which would be the Old Lyme area and Madison and Guilford. So it's centrally located between New York City and Providence, Rhode Island, as well as Boston. What I like to say about these cars is they also have Santa Claus trips. So you can, they decorate this like Christmas. You can see they have all the lights, the luggage tracks, and they have Santa Claus here. So the kids can actually come and meet Santa and get some really cool things. Now, as we take off, I'm going to stand here and let you see. Oh, we're departing. So the best view to sit is on the right of the train because that's where you're going to see the Connecticut River. Look at how cool this is. And then over here is the parking lot. So again, we're at one of the oldest operating steam trains in the world. They have picnic areas here. You can also visit the Okay. I was told by the conductor, as long as I hold on, I can do this because I'm live with 500,000 people promoting Connecticut tourism. So I was just asked, which is fine. They're good. They just didn't know the conductor allowed me to go. Now look, there's people there, and you have a photographer there. She looks professional. There is Route 9, Essex Plaza, and there's the highway. So it's right off Route 9. And right down there would be the historic Connecticut River. If you take a right, you'll be in Long Island Sound. So this is crossing. Let us know where you're from, and if you have any questions, I would love to answer them. On the other side, listen to her. Is an authentic Cove steam locomotive. We currently have 3 steam locomotives. Today, number 3025 is providing our motive power. It was built in 1929 by the Chinese Locomotive China and originally operated on the Knox Railroad of Pennsylvania. The Valley Railroad acquired both motive and 2007 built in our valley shop. Number 3025 and service with us. During today's operations, our firemen will shovel by hand over 3 tons of coal. The locomotive will evaporate over 6,000 gallons of water into steam. Our cargo car, Great Republic, was built in 1930 by Pullman for the New York, New Haven, and Hartford Railroad. It was used on their premier express train, the Yankee Clipper, which ran along the shoreline between Boston and New York City. Our 500 and 600 series coaches were built in 1914 and 15 by Pullman and were used in commuter service in New Jersey. Our 1000 series coaches with the mahogany wood interiors were built in 1925 by the Bethlehem Company of Wilmington, Delaware, and were also used in commuter service in New Jersey. How neat is that? I can ask the conductor. See, so we are live. We're so grateful for our friends that operate this. If you have any questions, feel free to ask and we'll get them answered. My friend Karen asked, read, you're trying to do too many things in too little time. Yeah, that is true. And we got a boat trip next, so it's going to be exhausting. I agree with you. Double-decker trains in the Netherlands. I have never been on a double-decker train. Oh, that's not true. In Utah. So, thank you, Karen, for that. Right here, you can see the streams and the rivers running. I'd also like to thank our friends at Eugenia for sponsoring this, or actually offering exclusive discounts for those who click on the affiliate product link. You want me to go there? Okay. As you do need to wear sunscreen when you're doing this, and they are offering us exclusive deals from Ulta Beauty. Listen to the beauty of that. Also, up here is a street crossing. Also, our friends at Walmart and Target are offering you exclusive deals and discounts and savings by using the tag product links below. Karen, I got to Google those double-decker trains in the Netherlands. I would love to see that. Right there, you have some houses along the tracks. And this ride is about 45 minutes long. I'm not going to stay on for the full 45 minutes, but I will probably be on for the bulk of it. Look at the tracks right there. Isn't that cool? There's someone's house. And I'm happy to answer any questions live. I love giving the history in the beginning of this before we started. So if you haven't, let's listen here.
July 29, 1871. It ran between Hartford and Conway at the mouth of the Connecticut River. In 1882, the line was acquired by the New York and Haven and Hartford Railroad, which also acquired an operating interest in the Riverboat steamer service, which ran between Hartford and New York City. Passenger service ended on the Valley line in 1933 with the increasing popularity.
Let me know if you can hear her.
Freight service lasted into the late 60s. The state of Connecticut took over the line in 1969 and east into the current Valley Railroad Company began operating its steam excursion train on July 29, 1971, exactly 100 years to the day of first run.
Here's another street crossing. Yeah, let me know if you can hear the woman. I don't know why I prepared and read all this script when she's telling us, she's giving us the history for us. And here you can see the streets. As the cars do have to stop for the train. But like I said, the view is better on the right. But you do get a 360-degree view while being on the train. The windows are open because there is no air conditioning. Today it's a lot cooler than it was yesterday as far as the mugginess is concerned. We are expecting flash flooding though that can cause limbs like that to come down and trees to uproot later this afternoon and early evening into tomorrow. So Karen, we may be visiting the Mark Twain house and Harriet Beecher Stowe house tomorrow because of the rain. So you may get to see that tour after all. That's awesome. Thank you for letting me know that you can hear me, but it's not clear though. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I'll show you my microphone setup. That's my microphone right there. So I got to figure out, I don't have the big fuzzy one attached now, so I'm trying to do this to make it easier, but it's pretty cool. I really have to find a good fuzzy microphone that is clearer. See you guys. Oh, you can hear her, but not the train person. So thank you, Karen. What I'll do is I'll repeat what she's saying when she speaks. But I did say everything. Look at that cute bridge. I did say everything in the beginning when I started this. So if you watch it from the beginning, you'll be able to hear her. Or it's basically everything that she's saying is what I was saying. Now over here you have some condominiums. So there are different views on different sides of the track. Look at how beautiful this is. Another street crossing on both sides. Someone's backyard. What a beautiful sound to have a backyard at. Sandy, thank you. She's watching my live video. I love it. See, the delayed reaction. Yeah, the delayed reaction that, yeah, pretty cool. Because right now I'm looking at your feet. Alrighty. So now we're on the right side of the train again. And this was pretty cost effective. It was only about $30 or $36 for the train ride and the boat ride up the Connecticut River to Long Island Sound. So this is probably one of the cheapest things I've done, because to go to the Mark Twain house, it's $26. If you include Harriet Beecher Stowe, it's $46 total. And this was cheaper than that. Right there you got the valleys. Coming up on the right side of the train is Pratt Cove. This cove contains over 200 acres of marshland, adapted and connected by the Connecticut River tide. It's a wildlife sanctuary with many species of wetlands and birds and ducks, bald eagles, swans, red-winged birds, aspirin, herons, hawks, and many others. A really cool history. Yes, we are having so much fun. I'd be bored any other way. I'm going to get done. Look at how pretty that is. Wow, that's gorgeous. I forgot, everything looks different from different views. So if you're watching this from the other side, it looks different than watching it from this side. Like we experienced being on the water yesterday. Look at those marshes that are affected by the Connecticut tides. And the way the shading is, because it's hazy and overcast, this is perfect for this, for videoing this. Because I don't have to worry about the angling of the sun. Over here, we're going to pass the harbor, where I think it's the Deep River Harbor, or Chester. And let us know where you're from in the comments. I'd love, or if you've ever done a steam train, because there's very few of them operating still, like I read earlier. Sandy, you still have a little wrench next to your name, which means that you are an admin. So thank you for that. And also, Karen, I'd like to thank Karen and Sandy for being monthly members of this channel to help continue to support and bring content to you. Every little bit helps. Look at that marina connected to the Connecticut River. I can tell you what marina that is in just a second. And I'm looking forward to the train ride back because I won't be recording. I'm just going to be relaxing after the boat ride. Okay, so that is the Deep River Marina where my friends Vicky and Donnie keep their boat when they're not sinking it, because they have sunk it a few times. So we're passing the entrance area right here. And their boat is off of the tracks. I usually garbage can.
Now it's out of Deep River. In the
1700s, Deep River was a boat building community. They built all kinds of sturdy wooden builds. Back in the 1800s, they became waves as steamboats became more popular. Deep River was also a trading stop, importing 90% of the nation's ivory for such thing as piano keys and billiard balls. The freight cars on the left, you'll be able to see the Deep River Freight Station, which is built in 1890 as the National Registry of Historic Sites. There's the Deep River Landing.
But we will be returning to Deep River where we will leave the riverboat.
So
the riverboat is river, but we have to get through the rock height. Once we're through the rock height,
you'll be able to see both Gillette Castle and our three-decked riverboat, which is on the far side of the river. It's the only boat out there with 3 decks. And right, Gillette Castle is in about the 1 o'clock position on the far hillside. And he's known for Sherlock Holmes, the founder of Gillette's Castle, which is way up there. Now, so that's the Connecticut River that we've gone boating on many times. We took the second oldest ferry in New England across this river the other day from Chester, Connecticut East Hat to Chester, Connecticut, where we'll be getting off to board the boat. So we'll have about and I won't have to read the narration that I had written because they provide narration for you, which is really nice. I'm grateful for that. Here, I'm going to just show you the back of what I'm looking at, what the train looks like right there. Isn't that neat? I think the view is better this way. That's the money shot. There's a 2-decker cruise there in the water. Now these marshes, you can take your small boats on and dock them at restaurants. And they're on either side, and they are affected by the tides of Long Island Sound. So I'll tell you, this is a lot shorter than I expected. We've only been on for 22 minutes, and we are approaching the next station is going to be where we get off to take the riverboat tour. But I would imagine it's about a half hour before I'll be able to go live by the time everyone disembarks and loads on to the riverboat. Right here is the Chester Marina, where my friend Tracy docks her boat. I love the sound of steam trains. Right here is the Hayes Haven Marina. It's part of Chester, Connecticut. Look at those old railroad tracks there. Those look like they're not in operation. They merge. So I'll stay on for the full duration of this, as we'll be parking shortly. On the other side, you have a completely different view. You can see the marshes from a different point of view. That's not cool. Look at how beautiful that is. Even on a foggy day, it doesn't matter. Overcast. We are in the town of Chester. When your car is centered over Chester Creek, if you look to your right on the far hillside, you will have another view of Gillette Castle. Right. The actor, he was the country leading stage actor. He was a Connecticut native. Portrayal of Sherlock Holmes.
peak at Cove height. Construction on the castle began in 1914.
Construction on the Capitol began in 1914 and lasted 5 years. He had his own man-made railroad and ran across his entire property. And Gillette Castle and his property are one of the national state parks, and you can schedule tours around the residential property. Look at how cool this is. So we're crossing someone's